Hi, hello everybody. I welcome you all to this English class. This is for the students of BCom third semester of Bangaloreuniversity. Well, in this class we are going to learn the Vachanas of Dasimayya, Basavanna and Akka Mahadevi. I am Professor Venkatama BR, Assistant Professor of English at Government First Grade College, Gudibande. Well, let us move on to the contents of this session. As I told you, in this session we are going to study three Vachanas. One Vachana written by Dasimayya titled as A Man Filled with Grain. Another Vachana titled as The Master of the House. It is by Basavanna. And the third Vachana, it is from Akka Mahadevi, titled as Oh Sister, Listen Sister, Dear. Well, after learning all these three Vachanas, we are going to know the critical appreciation of the poem. And at the end we have some questions for discussion. Let us know the Vachanas. The Vachanas in Kannada language flourished in the 12th century and paradigm shift in societal structure because of the Sharana movement. Vachanas are filled with images and rhymes. Friends, in this video we are going to learn the three Vachanas, one by Dasimayya. Dasimayya portrays that a genuine devotee is sincere in spirituality and real life. We also learn the Vachana from Basavanna. Basavanna exposes that a soul should not deviate from the Lord due to materialistic wishes and impure desires. We also learn a Vachana from Akka Mahadevi. Akka Mahadevi's Vachanas are all shades of Bhakti, Madhurya, Dasya, Sneha and Vatsalya. Friends, at the outset let us begin with a poem or Vachana titled as A Man Filled with Grain. It is by Dasimayya. Let me recite this Vachana. A man filled with grain in a tattered sack and walked all night fearing the toll gates. But the grind went through the tatters and all he got was the gunny sack. It is thus with the devotion of the faint-hearted O Ramanatha. This Vachana was originally written in Kannada language. Let me just recite this Kannada Vachana. Harida ಗೋಣಿಯಲ್ಲೊಬ್ಬ ಕಳವೆಯ ತುಂಬಿದ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲ ನಡೆದನ ಸುಂಕ ಕಂಜಿ ಕಳವೆಯೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರೀ ಗೋಣಿ ಗುಳಿದಿತ್ತು ಆಳಿ ಮನದವನ ಭಕ್ತಿ ಇಂತಾಯಿತ್ತು ರಾಮನಾಥ. Let us come to the discussion on this Vachana. Dasimayya wrote this Vachana in Kannada, which is later translated into English language. Dasimayya, through simple words, recounts a profound philosophy. This Vachana is about a devotee whose devotion is spurious. He narrates a story in which a man carries grain in a gunny sack on his shoulder all night to avoid paying tax at the toll gate. A man filled with grain in a tattered bag walked the entire night to escape from the toll gate. He wants to save the grain, but the grain slips out through the hole in the gunny bag. As he reaches his destination, an empty bag remained on his shoulder. Because of a tattered sack, he lost grain. The man paid no attention to the trivial, the toll gate, and lost the goal. Similarly, a devotee whose devotion is false or pretentious is not a genuine devotee. Dasimayya equals this example with the devotion of a faint-hearted man. Now let's move on to the critical appreciation of the Vachana, A Man Filled with Grain. This Vachana, A Man Filled with Grain, by Dasimayya, gives scope to understand the nuances of translation. It comprehends the understanding of devotion, religious ideology, human relationships, etc. This Vachana puts forth that weak-minded devotion does not take us to the ultimate self-realization. If one cannot be genuinely truthful, then the righteousness of the man will eventually fade and be forgotten with time. Therefore, genuineness and sincerity are the basis of spirituality and real life. Thus, it is a journey from concrete to abstract and physical to metaphysical. Friends, now let's come to the Vachana of Basavanna. This Vachana is titled as the Master of the House. Let me recite this Vachana. The master of the house, is he at home or isn't he? Grass on the threshold, dirt in the house. The master of the house, is he at home or isn't he? Lies in the body, lust in the heart. No, the master of the house is not at home, our Lord of the meeting rivers. Well, this Vachana was originally written in Kannada language. Let me recite this Kannada version also. ಮನೆಯೊಳಗೆ ಮನೆಯೊಡೆಯನಿದ್ದಾನೋ ಇಲ್ಲವೋ, ಹೊಸ್ತಿಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಲ್ಲು ಹುಟ್ಟಿ ಮನೆಯೊಳಗೆ ರಜಾ ತುಂಬಿ, ಮನೆಯೊಳಗೆ ಮನೆಯೊಡೆಯನಿದ್ದಾನೋ ಇಲ್ಲವೋ, ತನುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಸಿ ತುಂಬಿ ಮನದೊಳಗೆ ವಿಷಯ ತುಂಬಿ ಮನದೊಳಗೆ ಮನದೊಡೆಯನಿದ್ದಾನೋ ಇಲ್ಲವೋ, ಕೂಡಲ ಸಂಗಮ ದೇವ. Let us come to the understanding of this Vachana. Basavanna is the pioneer of the socio-cultural religious movement. His Vachanas are filled with images of everyday life. He gives a realistic picture of the deserted house with grass growing on the threshold and a house full of dust and dirt. The appearance of the house is a clear indicator. Looking at the front yard of the house, the onlookers wonder whether the master of the house is at home or not. If the grass is grown all around the threshold and dust lies inside the house, the onlookers wonder whether the master of the house is at home or not. Our body is correlated with the house, and the God is the master of this house, our body. If the body is infected with lies and a mind full of sensuous thoughts, God never lives in such a house, our body. In such a case, the master of the house is not at home. Through this example, our body is correlated with the house, and God is the master of this house, or the body. Now let's move to the critical appreciation of the Vachana of Basavanna. The Vachana is titled as the Master of the House. Friends, the poem tells us that we need eternal consciousness not only in bhakti but also in real life. Basavanna says, God is not with those filled with lust and lies. A soul is deprived of the Lord when the mind is being filled with materialistic wishes and impure desires. This Vachana is a journey from concrete to abstract. Genuineness and sincerity are the basis of spirituality and real life. We will be deprived of the Lord because of the materialistic wishes and impure desires. We need purity and focused mind to do any work, either spirituality or day-to-day work. Friends, now let's move on to another Vachana titled as Oh Sister, Listen Sister Dear. This Vachana is by Akka Mahadevi. Let me recite this Vachana. Oh sister, listen sister dear, I dreamed a dream. I saw rice, beetle and coconut. I saw, dear, a Kurava boy with short matted locks of hair and shining teeth coming home for alms. I went chasing him, going beyond all boundaries, and held his hands. Seeing Channa Mallikarjuna, I opened my eyes. Let me recite this Kannada version of Vachana of Akka Mahadevi. ಅಕ್ಕ ಕೇಳವ್ವ ಅಕ್ಕಯ್ಯ ಕೇಳವ್ವ, ಕೇಳವ್ವ ನಾನೊಂದು ಕನಸ ಕಂಡೆ, ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಅಡಿಕೆ ಓಲೆ ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ ಕಂಡೆ, ಕೇಳವ್ವ ನಾನೊಂದ ಕನಸ ಕಂಡೆ. ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಜಡೆಗಳ ಸುಳಿಪಲ್ಲ ಗೊರವನು ಭಿಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಮನೆಗೆ ಬಂದುದ ಕಂಡಿನವ್ವ, ಕೇಳವ್ವ ನಾನೊಂದ ಕನಸ ಕಂಡೆ. ಮಿಕ್ಕು ಮೀರಿ ಮೋಹನ ಬೆಂಬತ್ತಿ ಕೈಪಿಡಿದೆ, ಚೆನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನನ ಕಂಡು ನಾ ಕಣ್ತೆರೆದೆ, ಕೇಳವ್ವ ನಾನೊಂದ ಕನಸ ಕಂಡೆ. ಅಕ್ಕ ಕೇಳವ್ವ ಅಕ್ಕಯ್ಯ ಕೇಳವ್ವ, ಕೇಳವ್ವ ನಾನೊಂದ ಕನಸ ಕಂಡೆ. ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಅಡಿಕೆ ಓಲೆ ತೆಂಗಿನಕಾಯಿ ಕಂಡೆ, ಕೇಳವ್ವ ನಾನೊಂದು ಕನಸ ಕಂಡೆ. Let us come to the understanding of this Vachana. Akka Mahadevi was inclined towards spirituality and pure devotion. Akka Mahadevi's Vachanas are all filled with shades of Bhakti, Madhurya, Dasya, Sneha and Vatsalya. She separated from her husband to look for her platonic lover Channa Mallikarjuna, the lord of the fragrant jasmine. She roams all over the town looking for her Channa Mallikarjuna. In this Vachana, she shares her dream with her friends, whom she addresses as sisters. In her dream, she is walking in the town and found herself looking at many things around in a serene ambience. She can see rice, betel and coconut being sold in the streets. There is an abundance of everything on her land, but she misses her spiritual lover, her husband. In her ardent search, she saw a Gorva boy with short matted locks of hair, shining teeth, visiting each home for alms. She was enticed by him, chased him and crossed her all limitations and held his hands. She held his hand and to her surprise found that it was none other than Channa Mallikarjuna. But suddenly she got up from the dream. She longs to meet him. She is unable to give him a structure as he does not exist in reality. She is forever on the quest for the unseen face of her beloved, and she tries to imagine her God, her lover. Let us come to the critical appreciation of the Vachana. The Vachana, "Oh sister, listen sister dear" by Akka Mahadevi is about a quest for the unseen face of the beloved. This Vachana portrays spirituality and divine love. It has autobiographical elements. The Vachana projects expectations and fear of losing beloved God whom Akka Mahadevi loves. She highlights genuine spirituality through her divine love for God. It also symbolizes human love. It expresses our commitment to union with the divine. She was eager to welcome him finally. Her perception of him in her weakness as well as slumber is enacted here. Friends, I will give certain questions for discussion. You may find for your examination a question like, draw the comparison between the man with grain and faint-hearted devotee. For this you may have the points like lack of sincerity and truthfulness, immoral and mean-mindedness. By using these two key points, you can elaborate your answers. Let's come to the second question for discussion. What indications speak of the absence of the master? Friends, this is at two levels. We can say that one at house. In the house, grass on the threshold, dirt in the house. Now let's come to the second level, wherein you can think about the lice in the body and the lust in the heart. By utilizing all these key points, you could elaborate your answer for this question. Let's come to the third question. The third question is, how does Akka Mahadevi see Channa Mallikarjuna? For this you can have the points like, in the form of Gorava boy with the short matted locks of hair, shining teeth, coming home for alms. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, moreover, please share it to your friends. Yeah, let's meet in the next video with the next concept. Till then, take care. Bye.